Reviews.com. All right, so tonight we are going to review a beer that I have very much been looking forward to. This is Sierra Nevada's 2017 Beer Camp. I was a huge fan of 2016. Their Tropical IPA was awesome. I was somewhat subtly depressed when it left the shelves. It was phenomenal. So this one, every year is different, and the Beer Camp series I think is genius for Sierra Nevada to do, because it takes them a little bit from that big macro level, a little bit more into the micro craft beer level, in my opinion. Again, they started this whole gig along with New Belgium and Oscar. I can name a few others, but I mean, you have to respect them either way. So this is a spring seasonal. It's called a Golden IPA. Their Beer Camp label, like structure, looks the same every year. So they call this a citrus heavy and a dry yet assertive IPA. Beer Camp, it says a Beer Camp is the style with no limits. We jumped into the idea of doing a Golden IPA using a wheat malt for a light, dry body and bold American experimental hop with intense citrus flavors. The perfect spring seasonal. We invite you to enjoy the Beer Camp Encore. I bought this in a 12-pack for like $13. I mean, it's stupid cheap. The price point is awesome. IBUs are not that much. I don't remember what it was, but it was right around the 5.5%, 6%. I remember, here it is, 6.5%. Yep. So again, I don't need to, if you're watching this video, you already know enough about Sierra Nevada, or you wouldn't be watching this video. So let's just go ahead and get it into a glass. See what we got going on here. I have not cheated. I do not have this one yet. So it's very light in color, little yellowy, kind of goldeny, exactly the way they describe it. Most of their beers, if not all, are very, very, very filtered. They're crystal clear. There's nothing residual. This is a great example. There's a very, 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 very thin white head on it. Almost none. A lot of the summer beers are that way, and there's very little carbonation. So it appears to be flat with not a lot of zest to it. That doesn't mean it drinks that way, though. Let's smell it on. Wow. Normally when I say wow, it's because it smells great. This is almost like nothing of an aroma. There's a little bit of citrus. I can maybe smell some lemon. You can definitely smell a little breadiness / wheat graininess, but it's very subtle. You kind of can smell hops, but if I'm being really blunt about it, and they call this an IPA, I mean, I can't pinpoint. There's maybe like some Centennial hops in there, meaning aroma. And granted, I just told you it's a new experimental hop. That is one of the most bland aromas I have smelled in a while. It's just this weird, plain, boring, barely hoppy lemon smell. Wow. All right, let's get into the glass. Cheers. Tastes better than it smells, which is great. It's got a lot of kind of explosion, effervescence in your mouth. Again, it doesn't have really any carbonation, but it doesn't at all taste that way. It tastes like a spring beer. So what does that mean to me? You've got this very residual, kind of very bland citrus behind it. I would call it lemons. That's all I can pinpoint. There's a little bit of malty, kind of a backbone to it that's subtle, but you can kind of, it's the breadiness, which hence I think comes from this wheat type experimental hop. You can taste some hoppy flavor, so a little bit of pininess, but it's barely there. That you can tell is like trying to come out, but it really doesn't surface in your palate. Man, I don't know what else to tell you. It's boring. It's bland. It's there, but it's not. It's got this. I can tell it's this new experimental hop. And the reason why I'm picking on it a little bit is because I can tell why it's experimental. It doesn't have any pronounced flavor. It doesn't make your palate jump at all. There's nothing in there that really truly excites me. I would not buy this again. And this, again, this beer camp series, I love. I don't know what they're getting at here. If you want a spring IPA, then they need to ramp up the hops and they need to ramp up, again, if it's just a lemony IPA, then do that. But right now, it's nothing. It's not on any one level or the other. It's not an IPA, it's not a spring ale, it's not a wheat ale. It's this crazy concoction that, quite honestly, is not good to drink. According to my review, I would not buy this again. I want to give these other ones away that I have sitting in my refrigerator. Wow, that was disappointing. So, again, it's not worthless, but it doesn't hit on anything in terms of what they're going after. So, leave comments on our YouTube channel or our website, please. This is a brand new beer. Again, I value this series tremendously. I think it's very cool what they do, but this one is not hitting on the mark at all. I would give this, we rate our beers between 1 and 5. I've had worse beers. I'll give it a 2. I won't buy it again. I probably will give away the rest of the ones I have. It just doesn't get me excited on any level at all, except for the price point. And there's a lot of beers for $1 or $2 more for a 12-pack that are a whole lot better than this one. So again, leave comments, check us out. We upload all the time. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and as always, we will see you again real soon.